This is the home of the Doneganis in Loughborough, in the heart of England's Midlands. In this specially designed bedroom is Daniel. He's 21. He has a rare condition known as Sanfilippo syndrome, and this is his mum, Jan. Daniel has a sister, Amy. She's 24 and has the same condition. This is her dad, David.
Sanfilippo syndrome is a very rare genetic condition which affects about 200 children in the country.
Amy.
You could summarise it as 3 stages of the condition. The first 5 years of life probably looks fairly normal, although they do have some learning difficulties and start to fall behind their peers. The next 5 years they really level off and don't gain any additional skills. The last 5 years is degenerative, where they lose their mobility and any abilities that they did have.
They need absolutely everything doing for them. They can't move themselves, they can't feed themselves, they have trouble sleeping, so 24/7 care.
Amy was 6 and Daniel 3 when the condition was diagnosed.
I remember looking at the children in the garden. We had 4 young children at the time, and thinking, no, it's not true. They'll be different. They can't have anything wrong with them.
Jan and David were given a booklet about the condition, which had more bad news. The life expectancy for Amy and Daniel was 15 years.
As we read through that booklet and saw what the implications were.
It's just like an arrow going through your heart to read that they weren't going to live very long. I just felt denial that it was true to start with. But at the same time, a lot of our friends were praying for us, and we both, I think, felt that that God was very close, and that He was almost carrying us through the situation, and that He was going to be there for us.
I had this great sense of God's hand upon us, helping us through that. And it's something that I've experienced not just at that moment, but ever since. And there's been ups and downs, it's not always been easy. But just this sense that God is in control, and that although things are difficult, that He understands, and that God is good, He's kind, and He helps. And we've known the reality of that over these last 18 years.
Surprisingly, I don't think either of us ever really felt angry with God. I think we'd come to a point where we knew that God was good, that God was for us, that He loved us. And so that care that He had for us meant that whatever difficulties we were going to have to face, actually He loved us. And so I don't think either of us ever really felt that God had deserted us, or that we were angry with God.
God doesn't promise an easy life. He doesn't promise that there won't be difficulties and trials. So we feel very much that, in some sense, it's very privileged to be in the situation we're in, and through it just have that greater experience of God, that greater sense of His help. Jesus says, He says, I'm the resurrection and the life. He says that He's coming back one day, and we look forward to that day. And you know, we don't just look back with joy, but we can look forward with great hope as well. And that's a strength for each day.